Most people think that talking is just about words, but real communication begins long before a single word is spoken. The way you walk into a room, your eyes, your smile, even how you stand all send messages. Lael Lowndes reminds us that the first few seconds decide how others will remember us and how they'll feel about us. Imagine meeting someone new. Instead of rushing to greet them, pause for a heartbeat. Look at them warmly, and then let your smile appear slowly, like sunlight spreading across your face. That small delay makes your smile feel real, not forced. It says, "I see you." This little trick alone can change how people respond to you. Then comes eye contact. Not the kind that stares, but the kind that listens. Keeping your gaze steady for just a few seconds longer than usual shows genuine attention. It tells the other person that they matter. Most people crave to be seen and heard. When you make them feel that, you instantly build a bridge of trust. Next, remember that enthusiasm is contagious. When you talk about something you love, even simple things like gardening, food, or family, your tone lifts. People don't remember every word, but they always remember how you made them feel. So let your natural warmth lead the way. Another key idea from the book is mirroring, gently matching someone's tone, pace, or energy. If they speak softly, you do too. If they're upbeat, you match that rhythm. It's not imitation, it's harmony. When two people align naturally, conversation flows like music. And when you introduce yourself, go beyond the name. Add a little sparkle. Instead of just, "I'm Sarah," try, "I'm Sarah, the one who can't start a day without coffee." A touch of personality helps people remember you and gives them something to connect with. By mastering these subtle beginnings, your smile, your eyes, your tone, you turn ordinary encounters into meaningful exchanges. Communication isn't about perfection. It's about connection. And once you start connecting deeply, every relationship, personal or professional, becomes richer and more rewarding. Once the first impression is made, the real dance of communication begins, conversation. But for many, small talk feels awkward or empty. Lael Lowndes teaches that good conversation isn't about talking more, it's about talking better. It's the ability to make others feel interesting, valued, and comfortable in your presence. Start with the simplest rule: listen more than you speak. Most people listen with the intent to reply, not to understand. When you truly listen, leaning in slightly, nodding, and giving small affirming sounds like "mm-hmm" or "I see," you tell the speaker your story matters. That's a rare gift in today's world. A wonderful technique from the book is what she calls parroting. When someone finishes a sentence, repeat a few of their key words in a thoughtful tone. For example, if they say, "I recently took a painting," you can reply, "Painting? That sounds peaceful." It's simple, but it keeps the conversation flowing naturally. It also shows genuine curiosity, and people love to talk to those who are curious about them. Another idea is be a word detective. Every person drops clues about what excites them, their favorite topics, memories, or passions. Pick up those clues and ask gentle follow-up questions. If someone mentions they love the outdoors, don't move to the next topic. Ask what their favorite spot is or how they got into it. When people share something they love, they open up emotionally, and that's when real connection begins. Lowndes also emphasizes the power of compliments, not flattery, but sincere appreciation. Notice small details others might overlook. Compliment a person's energy, their kindness, their humor, or even their patience.
Words that recognize character last longer than words that praise appearance. When you talk about yourself, do it in short, inviting bursts. Think of it like tossing a ball, not holding on to it. Say something interesting, then pass it back with a question. This creates a rhythm that feels natural and engaging. And when silence falls, don't rush to fill it. Comfortable pauses are a sign of trust. They give both sides a moment to think and feel. Sometimes a quiet smile or a shared glance says more than a paragraph of words. Leah Lones reminds us that talking isn't a contest, it's a collaboration. You're not trying to impress the other person, you're trying to connect with them. A calm voice, a patient ear, and a touch of genuine warmth can turn even a short chat into a meaningful exchange. Imagine if, instead of worrying about what to say next, you focused entirely on understanding the person in front of you. How much deeper could your conversations become?
Words matter, but the unspoken language of the body often speaks louder. Leah Lowndes calls body language the silent orchestra of communication. Every gesture, posture, and glance plays its part. Understanding this hidden dialogue helps you express warmth, confidence, and sincerity without saying a single word. Start with posture. Stand or sit tall, but stay relaxed. Your body should look open, not stiff. Crossing your arms or fidgeting signals discomfort or defensiveness. Instead, keep your shoulders slightly back and your hands visible. When your body is open, people instinctively trust you more. It's a small signal that says, "I'm comfortable, and so are you." Eye contact, as discussed earlier, is another key piece. Holding steady, kind eye contact shows respect and interest. But remember, there's a difference between looking and staring. The best conversations happen when your eyes express gentle curiosity, not interrogation. Lael suggests you focus your gaze on the triangle between a person's eyes and mouth. It keeps your attention balanced and natural. Next comes the power of mirroring. When people are in sync, their bodies often move in similar rhythms. Small gestures, leaning forward, smiling together. You can use this to your advantage. Subtly mirror the other person's movements, tone, or energy. If they lean forward, lean a little too. If they speak softly, soften your voice. It builds unconscious rapport, the kind that makes others feel instantly connected. Gestures matter too. Avoid pointing or making sudden hand movements. Instead, use open palms when you talk. This ancient sign of honesty tells the listener you have nothing to hide. And when you shake hands, keep your grip firm but not overpowering. A handshake is like a mini conversation. It should say, "I'm confident, but kind." Another important point is your facial expression. Even when you're not speaking, your face should be alive with small reactions, nodding, smiling, or raising your eyebrows slightly when listening. These micro-expressions make others feel heard and valued. Blank faces, on the other hand, make people doubt if you're really interested. Then there's your tone, the bridge between emotion and meaning. People remember how you say things more than what you say. Speak in a calm, steady pace, with warmth in your voice. Don't rush. Let your words breathe. Silence and pauses add weight to your message, especially when you want to show care or empathy. Lael Lowndes reminds us that communication isn't only about skill, it's about presence. When your body, voice, and words all send the same message, you create authenticity, and authenticity is magnetic. Think about it. What if your presence alone could speak volumes before you ever said a single word? Once you've mastered first impressions and confident communication, the next step is turning brief encounters into lasting relationships. Leo Lowndes explains that great communicators don't just make people like them, they make people remember them. The secret lies in consistency, warmth, and genuine curiosity. People often remember how you made them feel during your first meeting. So when you meet them again, recreate that same friendly energy.
Use their name naturally in conversation. It's the sweetest sound to most ears. A simple, "It's so good to see you again, Mark," feels warm and personal. Names build a bridge of recognition that keeps connections alive. Lael also emphasizes the power of remembering small details. If someone once told you about their garden, their grandchild, or their favorite restaurant, bring it up the next time you talk. "How's your tomato patch doing this year?" Or, "Did your granddaughter finish her exams?" It may seem small, but it tells them you truly listen and care, a quality people rarely encounter in today's busy world. Another subtle yet powerful trick is finding "me too" moments. These are points of shared experience, a favorite food, a similar hobby, or even a shared frustration. When people discover similarities, they feel safe. It builds trust instantly. But remember, don't fake agreement, find real common ground. Authenticity always beats imitation. One of the strongest ways to build lasting bonds is by offering sincere encouragement. Everyone, no matter how confident they appear, appreciates a kind word. Compliment someone's effort, persistence, or passion rather than their achievements alone. "You always bring such calm energy," or "I really admire how positive you are," means far more than "you're successful." These affirmations make people feel valued for who they are, not just what they do. Lael also introduces what she calls the exclusive smile. It's when you greet a group but let your eyes linger an extra second on one person as if your smile is meant especially for them. That moment of personal attention creates warmth and trust without saying a word. Maintaining relationships also means following up. A short message, a kind call, or even sharing an article you think someone might like can keep a connection alive. It doesn't have to be grand gestures. Consistency matters more than size. People remember those who check in, even briefly. Most of all, good communicators radiate genuine interest. They don't talk to impress, they talk to understand. When you make others feel seen, heard, and respected, they'll naturally want to stay in your circle. Lael reminds us that people don't remember every conversation, but they remember how they felt in your company. So focus less on the perfect words and more on leaving behind a feeling of warmth and ease.
By now, it's clear that effective communication is less about clever words and more about the energy you bring into every interaction. In the final section, Leah Lowndes focuses on confidence, not arrogance, but calm assurance. The kind of confidence that puts others at ease and makes them feel valued, not judged. True confidence begins quietly. You don't have to dominate a room or talk the loudest. In fact, confident people are often the calmest. They give others space to shine. Lael calls this the big cat attitude. Imagine a lion sitting still, perfectly composed. It doesn't need to roar to show strength. The same goes for you. When you move with relaxed certainty, people notice. Another key is to avoid self-criticism in conversation. Many people downplay themselves without realizing it. "Oh, I'm terrible at that," or "You probably know better than I do." While humility is good, constant self-deprecation can make others uncomfortable. Instead, speak positively about yourself and others. Confidence is quiet assurance, not loud self-praise. Lael also suggests a subtle but powerful mindset shift. Before entering a social situation, think not about impressing others, but helping them feel comfortable. This small change takes the pressure off you and makes your presence warmer and more genuine. When you approach interactions as a giver rather than a performer, your anxiety fades because it's no longer about proving yourself, but about creating ease for others. She further discusses how to handle awkward or difficult conversations gracefully. If someone says something you disagree with, don't argue immediately. Pause, smile gently, and acknowledge their view before sharing yours. Phrases like,
"That's an interesting point," or "I hadn't thought of it that way." Keep discussions open and respectful. The goal isn't to win, it's to understand. In social settings, Lael encourages you to be the person who uplifts the mood. When you enter a room, bring light with you. Small things, a compliment, a kind word, a shared laugh, ripple farther than you can imagine. People are naturally drawn to those who make them feel better about themselves. And when things don't go as planned, maybe a conversation falls flat or someone seems distant, don't take it personally. Everyone carries their own worries and distractions. Grace means letting moments pass without judgment or self-doubt. Just move on gently, knowing that one awkward chat doesn't define you. To sum it all up, communication is an art of giving. Giving attention, empathy, warmth, and understanding. You don't need to memorize all 92 tricks from the book. Even if you apply a handful consistently, smiling genuinely, listening deeply, showing curiosity, and radiating calm, you'll stand out in any crowd. Lael Lowndes teaches that people rarely remember what you said, but they always remember how you made them feel. So, speak with heart, listen with patience, and let your presence be a quiet gift to everyone you meet. What if every conversation you had from now on could leave behind not just words, but a little piece of kindness that people carry with them long after you're gone?
And there you have it, a journey through the art of communication that goes far beyond words. How to talk to anyone isn't just a guide to social skills. It's a gentle reminder that connection is a human need, not a luxury. Every smile, every moment of genuine attention, every thoughtful pause, they all add up to something powerful. The ability to make others feel valued is one of the greatest gifts we can give, and it costs nothing. You don't need to be charming all the time or have perfect conversation lines ready. What matters most is authenticity, being present, being kind, and showing real interest in the person before you. These are the moments that stay in people's hearts long after the words fade away. So the next time you walk into a room, remember, you have everything you need to connect: your warmth, your curiosity, and your humanity. Each interaction is a small opportunity to make the world around you a little brighter, one conversation at a time. Because when you learn how to truly talk to anyone, you also learn how to listen, how to care, and how to leave people better than you found them. What if every person you meet today is just waiting for someone like you to really see them?